The Vice-Chancellor has now joined us online. Good evening, Vice-Chancellor. I would now like to invite the Vice-Chancellor to give his report, after which we will immediately proceed to the Q&A session. We will endeavour to answer as many questions as possible and conclude the meeting no later than 8:30 p.m. I will now hand over to you, Vice-Chancellor.
Thank you, Warden, and good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our friends who have joined us from many different parts of this country and beyond. And of course, I'm pretty sure vast number are from WA, our hometown. Well, in the spirit of saving time for Q&A, I'm going to keep my remarks brief. You have my written report, but I just want to highlight a few points that we are very busy with and excited about. The first one is really WA border. It had been a serious challenge for us on many, many different fronts at personal level, students level, institutional level, to operate the way we wanted to operate with our borders closed. So borders opening had been just wonderful. The most important thing that happens with the opening of the borders, about 2,300 of our students who were enrolled in various programs, going through different stages of their academic courses with us, they found themselves stranded outside of Australia and they couldn't come back. Obviously, that was a significant challenge for them and for us. And I cannot tell you how delighted we are to welcome most of them back. So that's just one side of it. We are part of the global academy, if you will. We have a number of activities that takes place between ourselves and scholars elsewhere. So that got disrupted. For example, we run a number of very prestigious fellowship programs, and we were just not able to recruit fellows to come to UWA to pursue those. So now we'll be opening our doors again and pursuing those opportunities. Moving on to the next item, COVID, of course, is here, and we are dealing with it as best as we can. Our primary concern was to make sure that learning and working environment on our campus can be conducted in a safe environment, as safe as we can make it to be. Not only that is our moral duty, that is actually our legal obligation. So we managed to come up with a solution that seems to be working for us, touch wood. So we came up with the premises direction, and I'm not going to go into the specifics of it. It's quite elaborate. So far, as I say, touch wood, it is working. We continue to, of course, monitor how the situation progresses. Hopefully, the peak will be over soon, and we'll be able to go back to our normal lives. Moving on to other key items. Some of you will recall I reported last year that student experience or enhancing student experience has been one of my top priorities since my arrival at UWA. To that end, I convened two task forces. One is Student Experience Task Force, chaired by Professor Neem Kirkham, and that task force has completed its work. The report is now available to the community for feedback, and just responding to or reflecting on one of the questions that we'll get to at some point in time, I would be very much interested in making it available to members of Convocation for your feedback. A second task force on the future of learning is chaired heavily by our guest speaker tonight, Professor Ray de Silva Rosa. And that task force is busy at work and is expected to report back in mid-year. at some point in time. I thought that I couldn't control my video. Now I've been instructed to start my video. I apologize if you couldn't see me so up to this point in time. Hopefully it will work out now. Harriet, can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. So now let me move on to the closing part of my remarks. I think we all owe a vote of thanks and a debt of gratitude to Professor Leslie Kala for serving as our warden in such a wonderful way under some difficult circumstances, mostly COVID related. So, and Senate, I would like to thank Professor Kala for her wonderful stewardship of our convocation. So please join me in thanking Professor Kala. It is also my great pleasure to welcome our incoming warden, Professor Jenny Gregory AM, and we all look forward to her contribution to convocation and of course through convocation to the university. Warden, that's all I wanted to say, and I'll be happy to answer any questions folks may have on my report or the questions that have been submitted to us.